Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing the favorite fish challenge hosted by Dina Tollefson. I'll be linking her channel in the description of this video. Y'all go ahead and click the hashtag so you can see everyone else's wonderful artworks for the challenge as well. There's so many talented artists that always take part in Dina's challenges, and I like to watch them all, and I know that other art enthusiasts will enjoy watching them as well. So when I was coming up with the concept for my art piece, I remember seeing these artists online do these like Pokemon pieces where they will draw their trainer and they'll have like their team of 6 Pokemon surrounding them. And I've always liked those artworks. I think that they're really fun. So I wanted to do something similar to that with my art piece. Only instead of drawing Pokemon, I decided to draw different fish from different video games. Choosing the fish was fun. I had wrote down a list of potential candidates, and I ended up choosing 5 fish. I wanted to try to be realistic, even though a Pokemon team consists of 6 Pokemon total. I wanted to be realistic for my time constraints, and I know that the deadline's Friday, but for me, my deadline is a lot sooner because I'm going to be out of town. On Thursday, we'll be traveling to Kentucky to see my mom, and I wanted to make sure I got everything done in time. So I chose 5. I'm just going to go through each fish, what game they're from, and just talk a little bit about each character. And first off, I'm going to start with the Spring Ray. I guess I'll just go in the order from which I colored them. So the Spring Ray is a character from the Ni no Kuni series. The way Ni no Kuni works is the protagonist goes around the world. As he's fighting monsters, he can befriend the monsters and have them join his team. They can level up and evolve as the game progresses. The more you use them, it's got a lot of Pokemon kind of mechanics. It's a really fun game. I have played it. I have not beaten it. It's a really long game, and I like the game because it's got it was a Studio Ghibli game. And so it's got that whole aesthetic. The cutscenes are fully animated. It's such a beautiful experience. I need to go back and finish playing it 'cause it's just so fun. And there were a couple of different creatures that I really liked that were aquatic. But I ended up going with the Spring Ray because I really like the color palette, and he's just adorable, Next is Clanker from Banjo-Kazooie. It was either going to be Clanker or it was going to be Snacker. They're both sharks, but I ended up going with Clanker because when I was a kid, I remembered the first time I saw Clanker. You're going through this tunnel, the water's really murky, and I already have a fear of murky water anyways. So the level really scared me, and seeing this giant shark's face at the end of this tunnel scared the freaking crap out of me. I did not want to go in there. I thought this guy was going to eat me, you know what I mean? But come to find out, Clanker is not an enemy. In fact, his whole job is to eat the waste of this nasty water, and he's gross, he's rusty, he's hurting, and his tummy hurts. It's full of these these whip vines on the inside. Bless his little heart, you know what I mean? You end up in the end feeling more bad for him than scared of him, so I had to draw Clanker. I ended up putting my avatar sitting on top of Clanker. She's just chilling there. I had a lot of fun drawing my avatar. I wanted to be realistic with the proportions, so she's a little chunky, but girl is slaying. I love wearing bikinis and 2-pieces, so she's in her little 2-piece. She's got her cute shades on, and it's a vibe, you know? Let's see. I ended up, obviously I have to choose something from Zelda, right? I love Zelda. I'm not going to leave that game out. And I chose Ocarina of Time as the game, and the fish is King Zora. He was really fun to draw. I'm the most proud of how he turned out. Out of all of the other fish in this piece, I am most proud of how he turned out. He looks so good. I think I got the proportions right. It took me over an hour to draw him. Like, I wanted to really nail this guy, you know? Then, let's see, I chose Marina, which is one of the octopus villagers from the Animal Crossing series. She's just super cute. I love her color palette. I like her pastels. She's really pink, and I put her on King Zora's shoulder because it reminded me of like a little grandchild sitting in the lap of their grandfather. You know, like maybe he's telling her a story. I don't know. It was just, it's just really cute. It's really wholesome, you know? And then the last fish I chose was the lurker shark from Jak and Daxter. This fish is scary, okay? This one scared the mess out of me. In the Jak and Daxter game, if you fall in the water, you instantly hear these heartbeats. And the heartbeats are like da-da, 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 and then boom, like the fish jumps up and eats you. So you literally only got like 3 seconds to get your butt out of the water before this giant orange fish comes out of nowhere and just gobbles you up real quick. It's very anxiety inducing, okay? So that was fun. He was a good character to pick. Some fish that I wrote down that it did not end up on the list. I had a couple of Mario characters, the Maw-Ray eel, the blooper. I love bloopers. I think they're cute. And of course the flying fish. I think they're called Cheep Cheeps, like adorable, you know, but they didn't make it in the cut. Another fish that I really considered putting in, but I was going to draw it. I had a couple of rough drafts of it, but I was not happy with the design, so I completely scrapped it. And it is the, hold on, I gotta go in the house and look at my list because I'm going to botch the name. I can't remember the name. Hold on a second. Excuse me, cat. I had it on the tip of my tongue now. Where's my list? Oh, the sea tiger. Why can't I remember that? That's so dumb. Anyway, I'm going to go back outside. It's like raining outside right now, and it's so relaxing. I love it. It's like a little storm happening out here. So anyways, yeah, the sea tiger. It is a beautiful creature. Its body is shaped kind of like a killer whale's body, but it's got this beautiful color palette. There's reds, there's these glowing stripes going down its body. It looks like it's covered in jewels. Like, it's got these tendrils, one on each side, and at the end of the tendrils, it looks like a blooming, glowing flower. And I had a hard time finding reference pictures for it. It's from the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 game. And the only references that I could find were from screenshots of the game. I even looked up gameplay footage of gamers like going and finding it and fighting it. But the gameplay was going so fast that even when I paused and slowed the video down and stuff to try to get a good screenshot, like, it's half in the water. And there is like graphics all around it from the attacks. So it was really hard to get a good screenshot from like different angles. There were no 3D models posted online anywhere that I could find. So that was kind of frustrating, because normally if you're looking up a video game character, you can come across quite a few either 3D models or artworks that other people have done to give yourself a reference. And I just could not find a good one for this creature. So my sketches of it were just not looking too good. I was getting insecure about it, so I scrapped it and I moved on to a different character. I want to say it was at that point I decided, because I was still picking my 5, I decided to go with Clanker instead of Snacker, you know. So and then I did my rough draft. I think I started recording when I was doing the line art, and I ended up recording the line art and the coloring process. The coloring process made me mad though, okay? Because I'm like I said, I'm pressed for time here. I'm trying to get it done. So when I started putting the color in on the characters, I started with the spring ray first, and I was using the color bucket, and I was doing cell shading, right? Then I moved over to Clanker. Well, you know, you got 2 totally different games with different artistic styles, right? So Clanker is a 3D model. He's got a lot of texture in him. So I was kind of haphazardly cell shading and brushing in a bunch of different colors to give him that, like, you know, dirty, rusty, almost camouflage look, you know? And he ended up looking just a little more 3D than my spring ray, who is flat cell shaded. Then I started coloring King Zora. And King Zora, once again, N64 game, 3D character. He is fully shaded. His reference picture is very soft shaded, you know. It's got a lot of 3D to him. And I'm looking at this reference picture, I'm coloring it, I'm matching it, and I zoomed out and I'm looking at it and I was like, crap, I ripped my headphones off and I'm looking at it, I was like, dang it. And my husband said, what? I said, I got carried away, man. And he said, what do you mean you got carried away? And I was like, I like totally spaced and I did not cell shade him. I soft 3D colored him in, and now he looks all 3D rendered, fully rendered piece. And I zoomed my picture out and I showed him. I was like, look at these 3 characters. Every single one of them looked different from one another. And he was laughing. He said, way to go. I was like, yeah. So, in any case, it was at that moment I went back to Clanker and I started doing soft shading on him, and then I went to the spring ray, same concept, you know, soft shading, kind of bulked him out a little bit, and I thought, well, this is just where we're going with it, you know what I mean? We're doing this now. This is gonna take a little longer. But you know, it really didn't take that long. It took a couple of extra hours to like go and do that, and then I got to do Marina. She was pretty quick and easy, got her done. The Lurker Shark didn't take too terribly long, you know, maybe 50 minutes to color the Lurker Shark. Now what did take a while was trying to figure out how I wanted the water to look, because, you know, I've got them sitting in this isometric plane, right? They're chilling on a rock. There's I wanted some of the creatures to be in the water. I wanted some of them to be out of the water. You know, I got the Lurker Shark like jumping over them. I wanted it to kind of represent this, maybe what am I thinking? Like kind of like a statue, you know what I mean? Kind of like those video game statues you can get. It's kind of hard to explain if you've never seen one before, but the gamers would know, you know, because we be seeing them. Like you can buy these statues, whether it's a bunch of Pokemon and they're all together in a little scene, and you can buy it. They're usually like, you know, anywhere between $500 to $700. Sometimes they can go into the thousands. It just depends on what it is and how big it is, you know. I mean, and they're really impressive. Like they're really cool. So I wanted it to look kind of like that, you know. So, you know, drawing the underwater part wasn't a big deal. All of the coral, all of the plants, like the chain and the anchor for Clanker, like that was real fun. That was easy. And I did do the cell shading with that. I didn't even line that. I wanted it to be very simple and clean. Well, not clean. It is kind of loose. I don't know. It's hard to explain like what I was thinking when I was doing it. But the water was hard. Making this like 3-dimensional water box to go around all this stuff and make it look like these guys are peeking out of the top of the water and making it look good. And then I thought, well, what's going to look better? Is it going to look better if I do a hard light? Is it going to look better if I just reduce the opacity? Like, I futzed with it for so long, like longer than I should have. And I still don't like the way it looks. I feel it looks like a cube of Jello. It doesn't look like water to me, so I'm not happy with that part of this piece. And I've never done anything like this before, so maybe it just takes, time and practice, and I'll be able to, do better next time. At the moment, it was my first time doing it. I shouldn't be too hard on myself, but I don't like how that part of it turned out. Everything else about this piece, I love how it turned out, and I'm really proud of the amount of work that I put into it. It took me about 3 days to sketch, line, and color. And of course, after I get done with this audio, I got to edit the video down. And then hopefully I can have this thing posted by end of Wednesday. That would be great. That's my plan. It's currently Tuesday at 11:50 in the evening. I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to work in the morning. But I wanted to go ahead and get the audio down because I literally just finished coloring and posting everything online, on Discord and on Twitter and stuff. I don't have Instagram anymore. I need to take that out of the description. I deleted my Instagram. I just got tired of all the negativity in the videos, like, because they got like the videos, it's kind of like Twitter, and you can scroll through, man, and sometimes the videos are mean. Sometimes it's usually the comments in the videos that are mean, and people be like, well, don't look at the comments. Why are you even reading the comments, man? It's going to make you angry. And I'm like, well, there's always this little part of me that is hopeful that if I click on the comments, it'll be full of joy and praise and people being nice to one another, but it never is. I always get my hopes up. It's always people just being mean, and I'm just tired of it. Why do people got to be so mean all the time? You know what I mean? Like, and then they'll say things like, "Oh, was your first day on the internet?" Like, no, fool, that is not an excuse. That is not an excuse to be ugly to people first day on the internet. Stop acting like that. Stop being a bully. And I'm sorry, I'm going on a little rant here now. Why are adults bullying other adults, but at the same time, we're so pressed to end bullying in schools? Like, we're not even being good role models, Like, how can you expect children to not bully one another if adults are bullying one another and they're seeing it, whether they're seeing it in their home or they're seeing it online, So we're just a bunch of hypocrites, you know what I mean? Insane. So anyway, yeah, I got rid of Twitter. I just said Twitter. Instagram, I got rid of Instagram. I do still have Twitter. I mean, yeah, there's some ugliness on Twitter too, but I guess because I'm not on Twitter the way I was on Instagram, I'm not seeing it as much, so it isn't affecting me just yet. It used to back in the day. I deleted it once in the past before because of this exact reason. I haven't reached that boiling point just yet, so I've still got it. But if I ever do reach it, I'll delete it too. Look, I'm not pressed. Like, I'll delete a social media account like it's nothing. Like, it didn't even, like, I remember when I deleted my Facebook, man. I had been on Facebook since 2009, and I deleted it in 2017. And everyone was like, oh, why would you do that? Why? Now I can't share videos with you, and now I can't tag you and stuff. Like, so you want to talk to me? Send me a message. You know what my number is. You know where the messages are. Shoot me a message if you want to chat. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't dead. I don't know. This is just dumb. Anyways. But yeah, I posted. I did have a lot of fun making the background, though. Like, the background was interesting because I had a moment where I thought, do I want this background to just be plain white? So I was just staring at it. And I was like, and then how am I going to do my name? Usually I just like handwrite my name, but I was trying to have some fun, like, you know, playing with a stylized look. So I love, love, love vertical stuff. Like if you're wearing a long sleeve shirt and there's like a big long word going down the arm of your sleeve, like that looks so cool to me. And I like, when text goes vertically down a page, I think that just looks really sleek. It's a nice style. So I wanted to do that. I made Megorium just gigantic, and played around with a couple of different colors. You know, I ended up going with like a muted green and stuck it in the background. I put 2023 inside, you know, the letter M at the top. I just think it looks really cool. And then for the background, I in Medibang, you can do these like fun patterns. They're all like Asian themed patterns. So you got like the waves, and I couldn't even tell you the names of the other ones. They got like Japanese looking names, so I can't remember them all off the top of my head. But I went with the Japanese waves, and I made them big and fat, and also a muted green, just like really, really faded, so that they are just like a hint of them. I didn't want them to be too overly present. I didn't want it to look too busy. I just wanted it to be subtle, you know? So yeah, I did have fun coming up with the background too. Like this whole piece ended up being a weird conglomeration of a couple of different styles slapped together, and with a hope and a prayer, hoping it like looks good in the end. You know what I mean? Hoping it's well received by the masses. Even if y'all think it's weird and don't like it, I like it. That's all that matters. I think it looks cool. So anyways, all right, well, I'm going to go and let you guys go. I'm going to go to bed, and then tomorrow I'm going to work on this. And of course, I'm talking in the past, like by the time this is up on the internet, y'all have done it'll be like the next day for me. You know what I mean? So silly. Anyway, all right. You guys have a great day. Don't forget to check out that hashtag. You know, check out some other people's artworks. I promise it's a fun time. It's really nice. Dina always puts them in one big playlist. So you can just watch them. You can click play on the playlist and just let it play out, or you can click around on ones that you feel are more intriguing. You know, just it's relaxing. It's relaxing. I love it. But yeah, okay. Y'all have a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.